And good evening, everyone. This is Super Pac Jr. Tonight's game, we're going to play one of my absolute favorites. This is one of the few games that I have where Pac-Man I have more versions of, and this is Dragon's Lair. In fact, I actually bought versions of Dragon's Lair. I actually bought systems from, just for Dragon's Lair, as a matter of fact. The Sega CD, the 3DO, unfortunately the Philips CDI. I actually have laser discs of the actual game as well. Let's see what I have here. I actually have, pardon the pardon the pauses there. That is the Dragon's Lair laser disc that I have. That actually says bad disc. This is one of the original discs, and unfortunately, a lot of these older laser discs got laser rot. Which happens when you actually use bleach as one of your adhesive elements to literally putting the layer of aluminum on top of the plastic. And sadly, a lot of these discs have gone bad. As for other laser discs that I have in my collection as well, in fact, I'll just kind of scroll back here a bit. There is from Stern Electronics Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger was actually from Lupin III's Castle of Cagliostro, and the Mystery of Mamo. Also have Dragon's Lair 2, Time Warp, and that was from the Leland Corporation in 1991, and Space Ace. And of course, the 20th anniversaries of Dragon's Lair, and there it is now.
Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted it with treacherous monsters and obstacles. In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the Dragon's Lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Alrighty. What's neat about that is that, like I said, they have made numerous home editions for that, but they've never really captured the Laserdisc feel for it until they started making CD media video games. And of course, that started. Well, one of the popular ones that got started was the Sega CD. So let's go ahead and get the game started. Unfortunately, it does not show the attract screen when it's not showing the video. So I'm going to. So now you're staring at my Pac-Man cabinet. I'm going to try to get the attract mode again. So they've also made other versions of this as well down the years. They even have a Game Boy Color version of this, which is rather surprising. They did make some cartridge versions of this. They had it for the Nintendo Entertainment System. They had a Super Nintendo version. And if you want to go back a bit, they also had it for Commodore 64 and other diskette media types games. They also made a bunch of home versions. ReadySoft made it for the CD format.
Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted it with treacherous monsters and obstacles. In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the Dragon's Lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
And let's get it started. You forgive me, I'm a bit rusty in this game. Rusty at all my games now. Okay. That's right. Now, for most of your correct moves, you get points. Like it matters. I wouldn't really pay attention to that. Go down the rapids. Oops. And this game is largely memorization. while there was a bit of timing skill, again, largely remembering what moves to make, particularly when. Sometimes you make a move just a tad too early, and you're going to kind of wind up wishing you hadn't. What do we got next? Elevator. Now, for that one, that's the only time you get points. You got to do it on the very first one. Otherwise, you get nothing. Bad timing. Yep. Okay. Try again. Here's another precocious timing one. Nope. Good job. Precarious, what I meant to say. I got the wrong sound, but I got it anyway.
Save me!
One night. Some of these will repeat themselves. Some of these will actually be mirror of its version as well. Some are simple, one or two moves. Some are quite elaborate. Here's an elaborate one.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, mirror of that one as well. Third time I've seen this one. Oh, my favorite one, as a matter of fact. Again, bad timing. His favorite one as well. As he sings himself. Oh, here we go again. Oh. Fast. There you go. Hi, Dirk. Okay, 67,000 points. Not too bad. There you go. First time I played this, I actually tried to swing my sword at the anvil. My brother couldn't stop laughing. Good job.
Save me!
game itself is not really all that long. So to help increase its time, they mirrored a few of the scenes. Yeah, that's all my lives. Oh well, and that's that. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and cap it right there. We'll start talking about the game a little bit more again. It was a really cool game. It really was. If you were in the arcades back in those days, as I was, it was really cool to see one there, much less play one there. It cost 50 cents. It was one of the earlier 50-cent games of its time, and it was supposed to revolutionize gaming itself. You know, all this wonderful, beautiful graphics, cartoon, everything like that. And I see I have someone in chat. Hello. How are you today? Oh, it's London Lass. Hello, London Lass. How you doing? So, it was supposed to revolutionize things. They actually came out with a second game. It was called Space Ace. It didn't fare as well, and of course, timing involved with the video game crash didn't help things either. Eventually, they did release a third game. This would be Dragon's Lair 2. It was supposed to have been released by Nintendo, of all people, back in 1984, but of course, the market had crashed by then, and Nintendo pulled out. Video games themselves, well, people didn't want to play them anymore. You know, the lack of control, and you know, the market literally bottomed out. Dragon's Lair 2 did get released by Leland Corporation in 1991, so it did come out. I remember the big arcade that I used to hang around at the time did have it, and I wound up beating it. Then took me a lot of quarters to do so, but it was a lot of fun playing that as well. This particular one is 20th anniversary. So what they did is they actually took some of the stuff that was in the prototype of Dragon's Lair, and they mixed it in with the actual gameplay. If you happen to have one. Now that version is 20 years old. The one that I just played, the CD that I have in my computer right now, is 20 years old that I just played from. And of course the Laserdisc that I just showed you, that would be this Laserdisc picture here. As soon as I can find it again. That would be this one. That's side 2. That was the side that actually had the additional stuff as far as the prototype was concerned, and it played a great deal differently as well. The programmer was Rick Dyer. He's the genius behind Dragon's Lair. It was his vision to put it together, and of course he saw some of Don Bluth's work, particularly The Secret of Nim, if you remember that movie. That was a beautiful movie. He saw that. He wanted Don Bluth to put Dragon's Lair together with him, and I actually have a poster in my bedroom where the two of them actually signed. It was for Dragon's Lair 3D. It was made for the GameCube and the Xbox, and they were at one of the conventions, if you will, that they got to sign that. It was really nice. Alrighty, that's it for this particular edition. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, great. Don't forget to follow me if you like. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do that as well. I'll be posting videos from time to time. Saturday, I'm going to try to put up together a chat. This is pretty much a discussion chat, chatting only, if you will. If you'd like to join up, like to see it, that's great. Talk about classic stuff, classic games. What was your favorite game? What was your first system? What game disappointed you more than any other game? What's your most valuable game? What's your most prized possession game? That type of thing. We'll be talking about some of those things on Saturday. Until then, I'll see you later. Have a good night.